Welcome to the very first episode of Today in the Garage. I've got lots of fun builds planned for you guys for the future. We've got the ultimate riding truck, which will be coming up in the new year. For the first few videos, we've got my snow bike build. We're going to take this 480 and we're going to turn it into just an awesome snow bike for the winter. Stay tuned. All right, we got everything loaded up. It's in the back of the truck. We got the dirt bike, we got some of the spare parts that we need, and we're gonna head over to Ryan's shop, and that's where this project's gonna start. We've got a few things we're gonna do over there. We're gonna change out intake, we're gonna do exhaust, and then we'll put a mountain tune on it. So we finally got this out of the garage into the truck, and it's all the way over here at Airforce Velocity Stacks. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bike, it's running stock, and then we're gonna put all of Airforce's goodies on it. And Ryan's gonna talk to you guys about kind of what he does and the reason why he does it.
Well, first of all, I do it because it's some kind of weird passion that I have that I've developed over the years, racing with my dad and my brothers, and we try to build the lightest, most one-off cool stuff in the world, and you know, always trying to set the bar higher every year, and it seems like we do that. We started off a couple years ago and we had 480s, and we bored them out to 500s, and then we went from 500s to 540s, 540s to 580s. This year we're doing 700s, supercharged bikes coming up here sometime this year, and we're hoping to get like 80 horse out of them, but who knows, it could be as high as 100, but only time will tell. But this is one of our bikes that we built this year for Bart Yakimuch. It's a titanium bike. This is super light bike, and this is a 580 bike. It makes just around 50 foot-pounds of torque at about 4,000 RPM. So it's an incredible bike. It's like riding a turbo, and just the power is just right there, real quick. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the stock bike, and Brayden's going to work on it, and we're just going to step it up a little bit more, and we're going to show you some dyno runs. And what we're doing here is we have an affordable package which makes sense for a beta motorcycle, and he's going to step by step slowly build this thing into a snow bike with some power.
Do something here that's a little unique, and do you want to talk to about why you guys can do betas and you can do all these things with the tuning and the packages that you guys are offering?
Well, that's because Derek works for us. He's in there every night trying to figure out how to get into the ECUs and tune them. And we do have a flow bench, a cam profiling machine. We have a dyno in our shop. We port our own heads, and every time we do this, we figure out how smart we really are. And usually 90% of the time, we're not very smart, but we do get that 10% increment once in a while and come up with combinations that work properly.
Yeah, so really what we're going to do is we're going to take all of Ryan's knowledge, and he's going to help me build a really solid package for going and riding this year. So big thanks to you guys for all the help and everything that you guys have done over the last few years, and we'll get it on the dyno. We'll show you guys some numbers. shot this thing off the dyno, and it came in at 50.64 horsepower and 33.7 foot-pounds of torque. So what we're going to do now, we're going to strip off the pipe, we're going to take the inbox or the airbox out of this, and we're going to put the Airforce velocity stack in there, and then run it again on the dyno and see what it does. So we're about to take Ryan's intake and install it on the Beta. There's a few tricks that these guys have found with their flow bench testing and their dynos to help make more power to these stacks. Ryan's just going to walk us through the things that I'm going to be doing to my bike shortly here before we throw it on the dyno.
All right, so we got a stock 42 mil throttle body, and when we were flow bench testing these stacks, we were trying to figure out how much more CFM gain we could get, and we looked inside. If you look inside, they have the injector in the flow path and the map sensor in the flow path. I don't know if you can see that. So what we've done is we've designed this injector standoff. We're going to install it, okay? We're going to do before and after. We're going to cut the cage off the map sensor, and we're going to install the injector standoff. So there'll be nothing in the flow stream. We'll do a before and after on the flow bench with a stack on so you can see the gain you get. Okay, this is the stock throttle body with the injector in the hole and the map sensor. So you can see 272. Gotta zero this. Ready?
We got the map sensor out. We're going to do what Ryan said. We're going to just clip the top of the map sensor off. There we go. Now when you're doing this, make sure you don't clip the wires in there, because then you'll need a new map sensor. So we got the map sensor clipped, we got the new standoff for the injector, and the last part is to install the intake. One thing to know with these intakes, when you get them, there is a plug still in the mold from the way that they are built, and what you need to do is you just need to drill that last little bit of the rubber out. So it's just right in that hole, you need to drill it out, that way your injector actually fires. And we'll go ahead and get this thing installed and then get all the fairings back on it and throw it into the dyno. We're on to the final step before this thing heads into the dyno room. We just pulled the ECU. It's going to head over there for a quick tune. you go, it's all tuned. 480 mod, it's going on the dyno. Just got the beta off of the dyno, and we've got some preliminary numbers to share with you guys. So we'll start off at 3,900 RPM. The stock beta with stock intake, stock exhaust, we were at 16 horsepower, 22 foot-pounds of torque. After we did the intake, exhaust, and a mountain tune on it, we were at 19.7 horsepower and 26 foot-pounds of torque. So that's a pretty big increase there. And then if we go all the way up to the top, if we start with just the bone stock beta at 9,400 RPM, we were at 48.5 horsepower, 27 foot-pounds of torque. And then with all the mods we did, we ended up at 51.9, almost 52 horsepower, and 29.3 foot-pounds of torque. So across the board, everything that we did made a big difference. And it's going to be off to the next phase for this video. So before we get to that, we're going to do a giveaway. So the guys here at Airforce Velocity Stacks threw in a hoodie, and what we're going to do is for the first 100 followers, once we hit that 100 follower mark, I'm going to go through, pull a random person's name through that. I'll reach out to you, get your shipping contact, and find out sizes for you, and you'll get a free hoodie. Next stage for this bike, we're going to load it up in the truck, and we're going to head all the way into BC to where YETI is, and we're going to put the rest of the track kit on that. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one.